So, for quite a while on Earth, it's been a descent into tangled karmic entanglements. Time isn't static, time isn't discrete, time isn't in discrete units, time is flexible. So, if I say it was 5 million years ago that in Pangea we first fell from fluid grace, from being able to shapeshift bodies, be able to walk in and out of the stairway to heaven up into the higher dimensions by dematerializing our bodies. The only real example we have in the Western world is the ascension of Jesus, which many people don't believe in that, or they believe is an act of faith, which means they don't really believe it. But Babaji is currently alive that way. Sri Yukteswar, the teacher of Yogananda, and Yogananda taught it publicly. I mean, he just was allowed to confront the collective ego about dissolving our bodies into light. So, if I say it's 5 million years ago that we fell from Jacob's ladder and the stairway to heaven are the same thing. It's dimensional, upping your frequencies to the point where the body can step through death. You're friends with the angel of death. He's just a guidepost. He says, here's the other dimensions. He's a midwife, if you will. In my book, No One Is Listening to the Sun on Amazon, still selling. 8 years later, it's, I don't want to sound egotistical here, but it's timeless information. It's what I was going through during one of my major dark nights or purging processes, and I just wrote down the processes of what was happening to me. And one of the chapters in there, I talk about meeting the angel of death and realizing he's just a midwife, an assistant, a helper. He's a real being. Well, anyway, we've been caught inside this 3D prison, and we can't see through the veil. When you're born, you don't remember where you came from, or you forget. You remember when you're a little child, and then it's bred out of you, programmed out of you, and you forget. And right now, most of us can't remember 4D, 5D, 6D. Once you get there, you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I forgot this. My father, we never talked anything spiritual at all. There was no religious anything. He was a scientist. And he came back to me, and I'm a kid growing up in Sweden till I'm 12 and moving to Connecticut, going to little private schools in England as a little boy, graduate school, total mental, normal Western programming, I managed to avoid becoming a medical doctor. I had to fight that one off. I'm kidding, sort of. But anyway, so for me to say, my father came and talked to me in my friend's backyard, just about, 2.5 miles that way. I don't think you guys can hear me or see me. It doesn't look like it. Censored by the universe again. All right, if I'm back, I was going to talk about meeting my father. I mean, I didn't know any of this stuff. I didn't believe in it. I had an innate feeling in me, but as far as seeing spirits or, any of that, no, I had none of those abilities. My friend did, and he helped me some out in the Superstition Mountains about 25 years ago to start feeling and seeing the nature spirits, and now I can. And you can open this visionary state through meditation, through various things. Ayahuasca opens you into it big time, and if you can survive her apprenticeship, which is pretty intense. And I have to put out a caveat emptor. Ayahuasca, 85-90% of it is dark sorcery, witchery. It just is. It's usual. I used to do the 80-20 rule. I've upped it to 85-15 now. 85% of politicians are corrupt. 85% of shamans are bad. 85% of spiritual teachers are charlatans, you know. But the 15% are authentic. If you ask for authentic experience, you'll get it. Anyway, in my friend's backyard, it rained here in Phoenix. We're trying to get up to Sedona. So I'm going to see if this is wet or if I can sit on it. Anyway, I could feel the spirit standing behind me. And I go, oh my God, he's so familiar. It feels so beautiful. And my friend says, do you know who it is? And he says, I couldn't feel it. And he says, it's your father, and he's enlightened now. And my father basically transmitted to me, oh my God, I can't believe I took those 75 years so seriously. And got caught in the Maya Metote and the 3D and all that fear and worry and stress. And he was like, I can't believe I forgot that this place where he's at now in 4D or 5D, I'm not sure where, pretty advanced soul, as it turns out, most likely, he's seeing the big picture. But we have that veil now that shut us down. So that karmic entanglement, that karmic mess, oh, what a tangled web we weave when at first we practice to deceive, Shakespeare, I think, or Sir Walter Raleigh, or I forget who. Oh, what a tangled web we weave when at first the ego practices to run away from being real and direct contact with Source, the Tao, Father, Mother, God. So we've created an incredibly entangled mess on Earth. So currently, most of your entanglements at this time on Earth, if you came in this time with hopes of taking advantage of the upping of the energies, moving into this new sector of the galaxy, these upgrades, these powerful energies, you would have incarnated trying to clear some of these major karmic entanglements. This does not make for a leap to beaver kind of existence, or Father Knows Best, or Dr. Kildare, or you know, those shows. No, it leads for horrible, tough family upbringings, alcoholism, abuse, all kinds of stuff. And the people around you are often ancient entanglements that you've had for these last 5 million years, as well as good stuff. You have beauty and love and all that with the people. You have the glory and the hell coming at you at this time. So chill your kids on drugs, you know, the suicides, the terror, fear, just nasty, controlling soul battles, psychic, with your mother or your mother-in-law or your father or your brother or your sister or your exes. The nastiness ties to billions of dollars of lawyers' fees every year, right? That stuff is natural, is part of the deal right now because of the karmic entanglements that we're trying to clear. And you're likely not listening to this if you're not a soul who is interested in at least trying to upgrade yourself or clear some stuff. So it's not for an easy ride right now. It's not that easy of a ride. And so if you got stuff with your dad, my dad and I did, with your mom, with your siblings, with exes, totally normal. Nasty, ancient, sociopathic, narcissistic, all kinds of use and abuse and betrayal, some backstabbing. It's, why do you think that's all over the TV? Every show is a recreation, whether it's Rome or Braveheart or Betrayal. It's all, you know, that series Rome on HBO. If you ever want to see Roman lifetimes or feel it, I recommend the show Rome on HBO. It's a few years old now. But all that entanglement, betrayal, intrigue, yeah, karmic entanglements. Par for the course. Completely normal at this time. If you're trying to clean the swamp. What's that saying? When you're up to your ass in alligators, you forget that your original intention was to drain the swamp. Right? It looked so peaceful before. Yeah, because all the shit's hiding down in your subconscious and in your cellular DNA. So I just want to offer some encouragement that these sticky knot Gordian points, hopeless situations, nasty battles, karmic entanglements, you know, health problems. God, it's a hospital that just up the streets got a new ambulance contract, so we're getting ambulances going by. Another hint to get the heck out of town, which we're doing. I'm doing it for sure. So the warfare or the battle, the tug of war, how's that? The tug of war is real. And it's really inside you. And it's not always that others are evil or wrong or trying to get you. It's just you're working out your old karmic entanglements with each other. Completely normal. Running from them won't work. Avoiding them won't work. Those 20, 30 years ago when I had my first Saturn return, I heard very clearly from Spirit one day, he said, there's no way around it, but there is a way through it. There's no way around it, but there is a way through it. It's like you've got to walk your walk and detox the pond, the water in your body, in your cells. And it's in funky time. I don't know if you're noticing people on the path. Normal everyday people are maybe immune to it. But people that are seriously here to clean themselves out are getting hammered a little bit, you know, with their stuff right now. I am. I had a whole year of whamma, slamma, jamma. I don't know if I'm out of it, but I'm feeling a little better. Energetically. Physically too. I'm not back to full speed yet. But so karmic entanglements are par for the course. And there is a way to undo them, detangle them. Learning to feel your energies, inner body awakening, ancient Shiva technique. I've just made a meditation out of it. You get two versions of it, innerbodyawakening.com. Very powerful. I do it twice a day at least for an hour. It's just to keep my system clean. And then whatever else works, direct prayer to whatever God form you like or believe in, or avatar, mother, holy mother, God, Jesus, Krishna, etc. Whatever works for you. Go for it. Yoga, walking the dog, distracting yourself sometimes. That's when you get in your own karmic hall of mirror. Distraction is okay for a while. Give yourself a break. More to come. Karmic entanglements are normal at this time. Not to focus on the negative. Focus on where you want to go, but be real about what's actually happening as well. Check it out on the weekend if you want to do the webcast. There's a group of like-hearted individuals gathering where we're just supporting on our personal awakening journey. And so tobiaslars.com if you're interested in the webcast. Everybody can afford those. $15 if you get 10 of them, 20 if you do it singly. If you're interested in the other processes, I recommend starting with the inner body awakening, the alchemy energy process, the second one, and then the heart energy. And I'm also coming up where we're going to have a one conscious full divine breath where I'm going to talk about it as the tree of life and the chakras, the Ida and the Pingala, how to activate, and just an inner breath technique. It's such a basic technique. Everyone uses it. Kriya Yoga, Vipassana, all those breathing techniques in ancient yoga, Vedanta, Patanjali stuff. I'm going to simplify it. Spirit's showing me this is the one I use. And look for that in the next month or so. I'm hoping to have that as a tool as well, which will be very practical. It's very practical in the everyday world. You can do it anywhere, on the bus, at the bank. You can always take a breath. You're breathing anyway. All right. Much love. Karmic entanglements. Yeah. Part of the deal. Part of the deal. See if this video took. All right. Much love. More later.